Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I appreciate you watching, liking, commenting, and asking questions, guys. I love the communication. And I must let you know that I'm really excited to do these videos, guys. I enjoy it so much. So let's get right into it. So the first question from the multiple choice series is, in the diagram below, port B is 80 kilometers from port A. So port B is 80 kilometers from port A on a bearing of 60 degrees. On a bearing of 60 degrees. No, bearing is a distance from the north line in a clockwise direction. All right. So what distance is of port A is port B. All right. So this question is basically asking you to apply trigonometry to bearings. When I say this, guys, it's basically drawing a triangle above or below the given distance, which is 80 kilometers here, and this will now be our hypotenuse. So if you want to, you can label that your hypotenuse. Your triangle, I'm going to be using broken lines to do this triangle, can be drawn above or below the line. How do we know this? Because this triangle here would be a right angle triangle, and we know that these two lengths are not the same, okay? Once they're not the same, we figure out that we can form a rectangle from this. So that means that this length here is equal to this length, and this length is equal to this length. All right? And we know that on the cardinal points, or the bearing or the direction, we can label the points. So we'll be going east here, we'll be going east here, and this distance here, so you're going east, you're going north, so that's our north. You're going from the A point, is already not the north line, as you can see there. All right, so it can be drawn anywhere. Also, we know that east represents 90 degrees, all right? And so if this is 60, this distance, this degree here, or this angle here, will be 30 degrees. Okay, so we want to find the east. We can use this triangle or this triangle. It doesn't matter. Only thing the difference is the angle here changes. So Janelle asked me to do a question like this, and I'm doing it for her. I hope she's understanding it if she's watching. All right, so let's go. So I'm going to use the bottom triangle first. So once you have an angle in a right angle triangle, we go ahead and label the sides. So this side would be the opposite side, and this side would be the adjacent. All right, so we want to find east. So adjacent and the hypotenuse. If you want to take the triangle out, you can. That's 90 degrees, that's the opposite. That's 30, that's the hypotenuse, and that's east. All right, so that's the opposite side. So I'm using this triangle first. So we know that the cos of 30 would be adjacent, which is east. So it is going to be the east over the hypotenuse here, which is 80 kilometers. All right, and so to find east, you multiply both sides by 80. I think I'm writing too fast. You multiply both sides by 80. You cancel that, so east is equal to 80 cos 30. If we use the top triangle, guys, we're going to have the opposite side over the hypotenuse. So it's going to be sine. So it's going to be the sine of the angle, which is 60. So sine of 60 is equal to east over 80. To find east, you multiply by 80 on both sides. That cancels, so east is equal to 80 sine of 60. So we have two ways of working this, guys, but you know the multiple choice only shows one. And so to get this, our answer that reflects the multiple choice question answers here would be 80 sine 30. All right, but if you use your calculators to try these two, it should give you the same solution. And I hope this brought clarity to the persons who didn't understand the first one I did yesterday. All right, let's move on to the next question. So this question here is a circle theorem question. It says in the figure, O is the center of the circle if OAC, so OAC, so basically this small triangle you're talking about is 40 degrees, then ABC is, all right, so for OAC, guys, we see that from OA, basically OAOC are radius, all right, so it means that this length is equal to this length. So already we have an isosceles triangle going on here. So this is 40, this is also 40. Angles in a triangle equal to 180 degrees, so 40 plus 40 is 80. So you have 180 minus 80 to give us 100. So the angle here is 100, all right? So to find ABC, this angle here, I'm going to use theta to mark it, that angle, we're going to have to remember the rule that says angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. So if this angle here is 100, the angle up here is going to be 50. So it's half of it for the solution, and that's how we get the answer to be 50. Pretty simple, guys. Once you know the rule that says angle at center is twice the angle at the circumference. All right? We can't go wrong. Let's try this question. So 6x plus 9 divided by 3 is equal to... So guys, this is basically asking us to reduce this fraction. Once you have a fraction either multiplying or adding or subtracting, we know that the denominator goes for every term in the numerator. So this can be written as 6x divided by 3 plus 9 divided by 3. All right, so we know we have the same denominators. We keep the denominator and we add the numerator, and that's how we got this. So to break it down or to expand it, we'll get back to this. So let's reduce this side. So that's 2x, 1, that's 2. So it's going to be 2x plus 3. And our answer is right here. One misconception person normally do is to cancel the 3 with the 6 and leave the 9 by itself. We cannot do that, all right? Because the denominator goes for every term in the numerator. And so we have to work it like that. This question. So it's not drawn to scale, guys, but as can be seen, it looks like a trapezium. And so the area of the figure above is, so the area of a trapezium, guys. So we know that once it's a trapezium, area is equal to half the length of the parallel sides times the perpendicular height. The parallel sides here would be 16 and 13, so it's half. 16 plus 13 times the perpendicular height, meaning if I'm a 90 degree, couldn't be this one because that's the slant height. So the perpendicular height here is 4. All right, so half of 16 plus that is what, 29? 29 times 4. You can work this any way you want, guys, but I'm going to cancel the 4 and the 2 to make it simpler for me. So it's going to be, leave me with 29 times 2. 2 9s 18, carry 1 2 1s 2, and 2 2s 4, and 1 5. So my answer is 58 centimeter square. All right, guys, so that's how we work a question like that. So for this question, negative x squared plus negative x cubed is, so it's basically simplifying this by carrying out operation on integers. Even though you don't see any number here, an invisible one is right here. All right, so we know that negative x squared would be what? Negative x times a negative x will give a positive x squared. All right, a negative times let's do this part first. Negative x cubed will be a negative x cubed, and it's a plus sign here, but what sign will take? The sign will come from the operation done in the bracket here. So here we have a negative x cubed times a positive 1 here, and so the answer will be a negative x cubed, and the solution is right here. Let's do this one. The product of 5 times p and 7 times q is, so 5 times p, so it's 5p, and here will be multiplication. 7 times Q is 7Q. So the answer is 35PQ. One thing with this question, guys, some person will get it wrong because they don't know what letters or what word represents the symbol of let me say it better. What letter or what word represents the operations that we have? The 4 operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Some persons don't know those words, and so most persons will have 5P plus 7Q for the answer. But and here would mean multiplication, and so it's going to be 35PQ. Alright guys, that's the end of the lesson. If you have any questions, feel free to drop it below in the comment section. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and tell a friend about me, and I'll see you on the next video.